Hey, today I'm going to talk to you about 5 simple steps to accomplish your goals and find a balance between being and doing, between flowing towards what you want in the rightful direction to your purpose, but equally building foundation for that unlimited potential to accomplish your goals, to make your dreams real. I'm Gretel from The Unlimited Way, and this episode we're going to go deeper into 5 simple steps, finding balance, but equally dancing between flowing and having a stability. And the idea it is that purpose or that formula we're going to discuss today is going to help us to make our dreams real, to find that unlimited potential into life. And with that, I would like to start with defining flowing and stability, because we may have different points of view about those definitions, so we just find a common ground. Have you ever been in a place that you feel stuck or limited or hold into where you want to go? Normally, when we feel challenged, this is a sign that you are meant to observe, contemplate where you are, and look for a new potential, look for a shift. And that looking will be into what I like to define as flowing. We're energy, and we have heard this many times, where intention goes, energy goes. Our energy, if you don't set intention, will just go into whatever it's being pulled. And that has to do with quantum physics. We're not going to enter into those details, but just think about this. Normally, or it has happened to me, and maybe it has happened to you, that when you feel stuck or blocked, it is because it feels as if the energy isn't flowing. But in reality, we're flowing all the time, because we have days and nights and seasons. We have winter and days of the year. So everything is moving and changing, but somehow we have the illusion or the perception that nothing changed and it's all the same. And it's all the same into a feeling that it's the same thing, but that same thing do not fulfill meaning or joy or completion in life. And normally we'll have dreams. If I would have that, I'll be happier. If I will reach that, maybe it's money, maybe it's profession, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's inside of you, the way you look or things you want to do, we think that something is missing and something else can come and make life better. This is the main purpose for finding that common ground between when you should flow and keep moving and keep trying and find that way to make your dreams true, but actually building. And building, it's more like taking inventory about what you have done that feels good for you, things that you can count as I did that, I like that, I have that, it's all good. And that also gives meaning into what life is. Even if you are not that spiritual or super spiritual or more into angels or galactics or mindfulness or anything, normally beyond all of that and putting all of that aside, being a spiritual person or wanting to self-improve yourself, behind God or universe or source, It's a desire to find happiness, to find joy, to be in charge of your life, to find that stability, that autonomy, to say, I like the way life feels like the majority of the time. And I feel like I am directing where I want to go. Otherwise, it feels like life take you into places that sometimes you dislike. And sometimes you're like, how did I end up here? It happened to me. Honestly, I can confess that. One day I said, how did this happen? And when I realized I was in the bottom, and in that situation, that thing happened to me because I was not in charge. I was not setting intentions. I was just going through life, waiting to see what life has to offer to me. But I didn't know, I did not have the awareness that I could choose. And the choosing will be more than the action, the perception that I want to take in front of situations that may not be in my hands to control. So let's just ground a little bit the steps in examples so we can discuss and reflect upon in which areas in my life I need to flow more. And by flowing, I mean adapting, I mean transforming, I mean transcending, I mean innovating new ways to be me for my life, for the way I have my resources, for the way I find the unlimited potential in life. But equally, in which areas of my life, and you can ask yourself that, just take a moment and ask yourself what I could do to make my dream real, that $1,000,000 I want to have, or that house I want to have, or that partner I want to have. What I am lacking to myself that I could do and inspire action to move myself into the direction where my goals are going to come as a consequence of me stepping into that pathway. And first of all, flow, it's part of what the universe has. We have animals and plants and oxygen, minerals, we have humans, we are all connected, but we are all having our own unique experience. Maybe an animal will have a different purpose, and being a human being will have a different purpose, but we all collide together into the common ground that can help each other, but equally just doing what I need to do. For example, the best example to picture flow and structure, it's the cycle of water. When you have the ocean could be anything, could be majestic, relaxing, could be scary, it could be a source of food, it could be something for tourism, it could be something for fun, it could be beautiful, deep, it could be a way to discover new animals, new things, to do investigation. But equally, the ocean at certain conditions will become steam and will ascend into the clouds that will transform themselves into rain. This is kind of the transcendence that human beings are having in everything that happens into your life. The way you are, the family, your profession will be a part of what the ocean it is. Now, the ocean has drop of water. Each of them are unique. It's not going to be the same part of water from the surface that the one that is in deep ocean, but they can all become rain, but equally they all become the ocean. So in this metaphor, we're all connected, but equally we have a container that it appears as if we're separate, having a unique experience. From that perspective, I feel, regardless of the mission that we think we have or that we know we have and where we want to go, in general, I feel we are meant to enjoy the journey, right? the ocean, it's meant to be the ocean and not worry about the sharks or the plankton or the storms or the fishermen. It's just the ocean. It just be. And that is the best example about being. Being is not doing anything because the ocean, it's being. I imagine that will be joyful. Let's do a wave, like, right? Let's do another small. Let's just play around and surfing. But it's having action, it's having a doing, it's having experience. Sometimes I think in the spiritual community, we think being is not doing anything and just waiting for things to pop up. And even in the Bible says, help you that I can help you. So the intention is going to be that anchor, that energetic container that encapsulate energy to become something. And going into the metaphor of the water, if I want to have water without intention, water will flow through my hands and I won't be able to do anything. And I will just trying to grab and get drained and tired. Maybe years of my life trying to get water, but not being able to get anything in my hands because it will just flow through. And sometimes that can happen to money. It could be that someone think that having lots of jobs you have more money, but not necessarily, because maybe the money is just going into everywhere. And this is where a structure is going to help you to organize what you do in a way that's functional, that's practical, in a way that you, instead of having $1 million separated, so you just go 1 million times to the dollar store, you can have $1 million and do a lot of things. Right? This is why structure is important, but not in a way that will control your life or restrict what you can do, because then you need to flow. So the first reflection that I say to myself, it is sometimes I flow, sometimes I build, depending on what will benefit me. And that it's balance. My balance is not going to be in the yin or in the yang, up or down. Is going to be in the part that I know that if I go up, one day I will go down. But as a consequence, I will go up again and then down. And finding that capacity to combine the two in a way that I still find my happiness or my inner peace or my abundance or whatever I want to accomplish. Going back into the steps, regardless, if you flow too much, then you don't do anything, because it will be like going to a restaurant but not ordering anything, or seeing a lot of clothing but never purchase anything, dating a lot but I never had a boyfriend. Then you never had the experience, because maybe the conditions, the intentions were not combined in a way that support the experience from happening. So the allowing could be too much without the structure, or the structure could be too much without the allowing. That will depend on the wisdom that you have, that we all have. We just have to observe it, listen, contemplate, and then ask, what is more convenient to me? Should I flow or should I build something, right? So to anchor stability, that stability sometimes will be in something intangible. It doesn't mean that it's not strong or safe or built in foundation. For example, when you do yoga and it's a position very athletic or something, you have to look into a point to find that ground so you can move, kind of like doing karate, and not fall, because if you stop moving that stability point, you can fall. This is where you flow with intention. If you want to save money but never put any money inside of your bank account, then that savings account may never come. If I want to lose weight and I never go to the gym or I never exercise or do the diet, then how it is it that I will build that, right? So that structure sometimes will be through doing, through having the emotional intelligence to choose the habits, the structure of your day that support where you want to go. Now, the first step in this 5-step formula that I promise you to find this balance that will be the foundation to make your dreams true, hopefully all of them, between flowing and instructor. And I'm gonna do this to myself too. Ask yourself, what matters in your life the most? Because in the doing, sometimes we miss the being part. We can have a lot of doing things between the house, the work responsibilities, what I should do, then we forgot what really matters. And then sometimes you ask yourself, are you happy? No. Do I like the job? I had a point in my life that I didn't like anything, not even myself. Job, relationship, life, me, nothing. But it was because I was not paying attention. I was not taking care of what really mattered to me. Ask yourself, what do I really value? Because the other day I was drawing, I was painting, and I was thinking, oh, I want to take a vacation. But to do that, I need a certain amount of money. I'm going to work more. And then I said, that doesn't sound right. Why want to work more so I can rest later? And then I laugh at myself, and then I take the drawing away, and then I said to my kids, let's have some fun. Let's go out, right? Because I want to go on vacation to take some time with my family and go out and not working. But stupidly, I wanted to work more to rest later when I could rest now. So maybe I may not have the vacation now, but I can have a piece of the vacation that I want to. And this is where what that matters is very important, because every day I can do a little bit about what matters to me that will put me closer into the direction of where my dream come true is. Second step, it is set realistic goals. So go easy into life, because sometimes the goals could be too alienated or too out of what could happen, that is hard for us to get there. I was thinking on a friend that she was doing a twin flame session with someone else. The person took the course and then said to her, the man that you're asking for and your intentions is not in this reality. It's in another planet. So if you don't adjust your intentions, you won't have any relationship at all. You're gonna have to wait until you go into another planet. So set intentions that make your life easier. Don't add drama or more complications into what already may be entangled. Choose to go easy. Choose to go with what feels right in the right moment, doing what you need to do. Don't add more into a lot. More reorganize what you have in order for you to find happiness, what you do, what you should do. The step 3, when you feel challenged, this is a sign that direction needs to be recalibrated. So stop, contemplate, meditate, or go for therapy, or ask a friend, or journal yourself. Why I feel so challenged? It's good to identify the feeling, because sometimes challenge can make you feel frustrated, sad, upset, insecure. It's like an infinite ways. When you identify at least the one, that feels more you know you can fix it with whatever is it in the opposite. If you're upset and I react, I'm gonna put it in a more simple way. How do you react when you feel challenged? How do you react emotionally when you feel not okay? Do you cry? Do you get upset? Do you feel all over the place? Did you feel inferior, like you don't know how to do that? And when you identify that emotion, just one, if you have 10, just go with one by one and look for the opposite. That will be the antidote for that. Going to the example, if you get upset because some injustice or something happened, then the opposite will be inner peace. So if inner peace is my solution for the war that I have within, that I am upset, then what things I need to do so I can have inner peace? Meditation, maybe yoga, maybe going out, maybe having a vacation, maybe talking to someone that feels meaningful for you, reading a book, watching a movie, going out. You know what fuels your soul. You know the easy things that put you again into rainbow. Maybe music, maybe singing, I don't know. But it's good for you to have a list of things that anchor you into the easy breezy. Things that you know, like for me, I know if I got out of balance, if I take a nap or meditate in 30 minutes or an hour, I'm gonna be like rainbow again, or like half rainbow and maybe half gray. But that is the starting point into which I can find the vibration that is going to bring me back into the path of feeling good or into the path of happiness. So you ask yourself what matters. You also set realistic goals. And the third, when you challenge, you notice how do you feel, and the opposite of what you do is the solution. That's easy. It doesn't seem right, but normally it is, because if what you are doing isn't working, then what you're doing is not the solution. The solution is in the opposite direction, right? The fourth, it is take inspired action. When you know what matters to you, if you want to lose weight, then how is it that I'm gonna do it? I'm gonna look for a hypnotist. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna do diet or whatever you think will make easier your action to go towards that dream you would like to make come true. And at the end, stay open-minded. Find a way where you can adapt so you can go out of your comfort zone and be that anchor for that dream. Dreams are not meant to stay in the dream world. Dreams, we have them because I think they are inspirations for things are possible to have. Well, we have all kinds of dreams, but I'm talking about dreams we want to make come true. A dream is a possibility. It is a door that opens a new potential. And when life is filled with wonder and dream and magical things that happen to you, may not be the 80%, but at least one a day or one a week or one a month that you say, oh my God, this month was great because I had this, and the day was good because I did this. The action I feel that we should take is the action that give us the opportunity to keep being that joyful being or that peaceful being or calm being, whatever is your joy or your balance or your alignment means for you, whatever that makes that path easier. I don't think we grow in our soul just because you suffer. Suffer could be part of a lesson, and it's a valid way to go through, but there are many ways to expand your soul. There are many ways to have maturity. There are many ways to find balance. And there are many ways to make dreams come true. Just to summarize a little bit, find a way to balance yourself between how much you flow and how much you build. Now, if you are not sure exactly when to do that, observe, contemplate, give yourself that space where you make conscious how or what it is more convenient for you in that moment. Now, very quickly, the steps. First, what matters to you? Second, be realistic. Third, when you feel challenged, notice the emotion and find a solution, the antidote for that emotion, so you can learn how to heal. Fourth, take inspired action to accomplish your goals. It's good to discipline. It's very important being persistent, but this is something we may not all have. But if you make the effort little by little, you will get there. And lastly, be open-minded to adapt, to transform, to find new ways to go out of your comfort zone, or to go out of whatever you feel stuck, so you can make your dreams real, but also keep finding these unlimited potentials to live your life in a limited way, in abundantly flowing into whatever magical things you would like to add. I hope you guys like it. Any comment, any suggestion, please leave it in the comment. I appreciate all of that. I am grateful for the opportunity to learn and connect with all of you. I'm Gretel, and for the Unlimited Way, thank you for being here. See you guys in the next video.